Well, folks, it's time to kick it old school.
What's up, everybody? I'm Ken.
This is Jay, and we'll be reviewing Star Wars, a Rogue. Is there a problem with my elbows?
No, your elbows, your camera.
It makes me comfortable for me to look
But you're
straight in.
slouching. What's up, everybody? Oh, what's up, everybody? This is Ken.
And this is Jay, and we're reviewing Rogue One, a Star Wars story by Lucasfilms.
Let's get it.
All right.
All right. You don't have to say.
Yo, I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you. Come along and see it's true, but the world is pretty cold. You might need a sweater too.
So welcome back. Ken and Jay here to give our review on Rogue One, a Star Wars story, starring Academy Award nominated Felicity Jones as Jyn Erso. She's the daughter of an unwilling designer of the Galactic Empire's superweapon, the Death Star, and her quest with a motley ragtag crew to retrieve plans to destroy it. So other notable stars include Diego Luna as Cassian Endor, the intelligence officer for the rebellion. Donnie Yen as Chirrut Imwe, plays a blind ninja, so to say. Mads Mikkelsen as Jen's father. Galen. Riaz Ahmed as Boda Rook, the Imperial pilot that goes over to the rebellion.
Yeah.
Jing Wen as Baze Balbus, and Forrest Whitaker as Saw Gerrera. So, Ken, what are some of your pros on the movie?
Well, what I really liked about the movie is that it seemed like it was really self-contained within the Star Wars universe. Like, as a Star Wars fan, you can get a lot out of this film because you're touching back to Episode 4.
Right.
I mean, this movie really takes you up into like the last 10 minutes, right? That was kind of undiscovered of Star Wars: A New Hope, right? And so you learn a lot about this group. How did they get the plans for the Death Star? How did that happen? The sacrifices that people had to make during that time. It was really like great history for people who wanted to know more about the Death Star, these characters right before Star Wars: A New Hope.
Right. To piggyback what you just said, what I did like about the big pro about it, it really showed how expansive the universe really is in Star Wars. We've seen a couple, if following the other movies, you've seen other planets, other places that they've gone to, but this focus, they were like on 3 or 4 different places in the movie, moons, planets, cities, and you really got to see how expansive and diverse the Star Wars universe really is. I really like that.
And you look at it all the way down to like the cast itself. The cast, I mean, you have diversity in every element. I don't know what it is about Walt Disney. I guess they said, look, you know what? We're going to make this as diverse as we can, from our actor choices.
It's a small world.
Yeah, it's basically. And so, back to your original question, what did I like about it? So I really enjoyed that kind of universe, Star Wars. Like, this is his own little pocket of that universe, but it builds upon the mega saga itself, right? Some good performances here, right?
Who stood out for you?
Felicity Jones as Jyn Erso. Her character definitely to me was pretty strong.
And I, you know what? I was shaky about her first, the casting of Felicity Jones, because I'm so.
Oh no, you remember that I Rebel? You know, on the trailer. I was like, oh my god, I hope she doesn't say that in the line. And surprisingly, that doesn't make it in the film.
Right. Because she came from playing that movie with Stephen Hawking. A very dramatic role.
Yeah, sure.
And the roles that she's played were dramatic. And I guess you got a taste of maybe her doing a little bit of action. The recent Dan Brown movie Inferno, where she played there opposite Tom Hanks. But I was still just skeptical. I'm like, okay, what is she really going to do in this movie?
Yeah.
And she really stood out. Anybody else stand out for you?
Well, hold on. More about her. I thought she was good, but then where she became great is in a scene, and I don't want to give this scene away, where she's talking to her father through this hologram, right? And I thought that was really powerful. That kind of showed her acting chops.
I like that scene, but the other scene I liked without spoiling was when she was with the whole rebel council.
Oh yeah.
And she was getting them rallied and to this is what we need to do. We know we got to do this, and not to spoil, but some decisions were made. But just her steadfast and like, we have to do this. She was that almost like to remember the Alamo,
Right.
So to say.
Remember the Alamo. And then her co-star, which was what is it, Diego Luna?
Diego Luna.
Yeah.
Cassian, yes.
Yeah, he was really good. I mean, he did great. So if we're talking about performances that kind of stood out, he stood out to me. And then the guy who was
The droid?
no, yeah, K2.
Yes.
He stood out.
I like K2. Now, he was probably one of my favorite characters as far as every scene that he's in, viewers, you're going to like it because he steals every scene that he's in.
Yeah, I
his
agree with
wit and sarcasm.
But I'm talking about our Grand Moff talking kind of guy. Oh man, I can't think of his name.
You're talking about the Imperial director?
Yeah.
Yes. What was his name? Orson, Director Kern.
Director Kern.
Yes.
Now, I liked him because for the first time you see this kind of hierarchy structure in the Empire, right? And this guy is trying to progress, and he thinks that this Death Star will be his meal ticket to his celebratory promotion, if you will. And not to spoil this movie, but you will see how that works out for him. But I like his ambition, his goals.
Yeah.
Even the way that he interacted with Mads Mikkelsen's character. It was like there was a respect for this person. Like, I need to get you, but I respect you.
Right.
But and I don't want to lose you because you're like my ace in the hole. But I feel like we mean something to each other in the sense that we need each other, and I look at you more than just a captor.
Yeah, I agree. And what other things? Anything else stand out for you?
I love the bringing the special effects for the TIE wings and the X-wing fighters. It's like they pulled those models directly from the original Star Wars: A New Hope because they look dirty and gritty. It really felt like a gritty movie, like where Star Wars is this fantastical saga with the Skywalker family. This is about Saving Private Ryan. This is the dirty war of it all. And so Rogue One kind of stands out as its own war movie. Like it could be a good war movie for Star Wars.
Right. It seems like, to Ken's point, it's almost like the black sheep of the Star Wars saga. Like, this was, I look at the group that went to go try to get the plans for the Death Star. They were like a galactic A-team. They were a band of misfits that when you look at the story, not to spoil it, but the rebel force didn't want to go do, and this ragtag group went and did this to save the day. And so it truly, it almost fits with the story, but then again, it really is its own standalone story.
Yeah, it really is. So I think those were some of the pros, if you will. Great story. I thought the story was pretty straightforward. It's not a great story, but it's a good enough story for you to kind of follow along and be entertained by it. I think we had some key performances that kind of stood out, right? That we could walk away and say, okay, those were some solid performances. CGI, for the most part, I thought was really good overall. Now, that's going to fall over into my cons section too, because of certain CGI elements that were done were not really where they needed to be for, I think, 2016 technology. Right.
And since we're going right into the cons, I'm one of the cons that stands out for me. I think you brought it as a pro, but it also flows into the con. If you are a Star Wars fan, this movie was for you.
Yeah, it was definitely made for you.
Right. But if you're just a casual, follower of the series, you're probably going to get lost in this movie.
Yeah, I mean, it really took you all over the Star Wars universe, right? And it gave you very little explanation as to why we're going in, who these people are. You know, it's just say, hey, if you're a Star Wars fan, you should already know this.
Right. And one of the key examples to me was Saw Gerrera's character, played by Forrest Whitaker. Now, if you followed the cartoons, you knew his story. But
it was like the Clone Wars?
The Clone Wars and I think Star Wars Rebels.
Okay.
He's been in those two. His story was really hashed out in those two cartoons. But if you never really watched those cartoons, you have no idea what's the backstory behind him. I mean, they give very little to say, oh, he's just a radical rebel that we don't support, but he's here. You know, and it's like, you know, and for me, you know, as a standout actor that Forrest Whitaker is, it really he really didn't do any justice for that role.
I felt that more that he was kind of underserved. Right?
Correct.
You know, for his acting ability, he could have definitely done something better with this character. And his choice of voice, it sounded really odd when you hear him talking. I was like, well, okay, what is going on with you? Are you a broken Darth Vader?
Right.
Like, I don't know. It just baffled me, that choice of voice acting for this particular character. I don't know. It made me lose it for this guy.
Yeah. I think in the other aspect, there were some other performances that I felt that could have been like Forrest Whitaker's character Saw Gerrera, that could have been a little bit more hashed out.
Yeah.
I think Baze Malbus. I think, you know, the few scenes that he was in, he was good. Yeah. But, you know, between him and his partner Chirrut Imwe, played by Donnie Yen, I mean, if you would have put them two together, more scenes of them fighting together, I mean, it would have been a really bad.
Well, not only that, is this flows more into my con, is that it was not enough character development for these characters, right? You're immediately introduced to Donnie Yen's character with, what is it, the other guy's name, his friend?
Chirrut.
Yeah. You're introduced to these two right off the bat, but you don't know why they're so strong, you know, why they're so connected to one another.
Right.
They seem like they have this history that spans greater than just this film, but the story doesn't give you any emphasis as to how that development was there, how their relationship started, or anything like that. You're kind of cast into this whole, here's the story, here are these people, and just roll with it.
And which goes back to the con that I started. For the Star Wars fan, you got enough. It could have been some more. It could have been, like, to your point, character development, but easily they could have trimmed off 15 minutes of this movie if you just wanted to have a solid start to finish, if you weren't going to do a lot of character development.
And I felt that one of the cons with this film was really pacing, right? Because I felt in the first act, it kind of lasted too long.
A little too long.
Yeah, I know that we were going to different planets, different areas of the universe. I like that. It made it more expansive, but at the cost of pace, because I know some people can kind of nod off in that first act, and it wasn't like a lot of action in the first act, right? It was just kind of taking you, establishing what the story was going to be, who our major characters were, and some of what our event was going to be, right? But it took too long in that pace.
Way too long. I went with my family, and they started nodding off throughout several parts of the first act of the movie.
Wow. And I think, like, if you think you are coming here to see Darth Vader at Rogue One, you might as well say that, I don't know, that's really not what you're going to see. He's in approximately two scenes of the film, right? In the very beginning of the film and in the end. Now, some of you who have seen Rogue One may feel that that end scene was enough to pay off for if he was in the entire movie, which that could be argued.
It was almost similar to those who've seen X-Men Apocalypse, the scene with Wolverine.
Oh, where he just but see, now you're giving too much away.
Okay.
So don't even say that. So my point is, I would have loved to have seen more of Darth Vader somehow.
Yeah.
If we could have seen his influence maybe leading more against the rebellion or something like that, you know, because he's always been, when you think rebellion, you think the Empire. And
Right.
when you think Empire, you think Darth Vader at,
Right.
at the helm of that, giving directives.
Right, especially a nice transition between, since it's supposed to be between 3 and 4, episode 3 and 4. I would expect a little bit more like how is Darth Vader like interwoven into all
Into
this.
this, yeah. So if you're going there, you will probably be a little bit disappointed if you think that this is a Darth Vader heavy movie.
Yeah, I agree.
So Jay, for Rogue One, a Star Wars story, I'll give it 3 bros. Basically, for everything we just mentioned, the character development was kind of shoddy, and then I definitely thought there were pacing issues. All in all, I thought they made a great film. The story was definitely on point. I think that Star Wars fans will walk away feeling like they got a great piece of Star Wars history that they were able to view.
I agree. I give it 3 bros as well. For the fans, Star Wars fans, you're gonna love it. For the casual fan, you're gonna have some fun moments, but you may not truly feel it like a true fan will. But definitely 3 bros.
All right. So please like and subscribe and stay connected for our further views.